Right.
Videos?
Yeah. Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Rhys here from STOIC Pool, and in this video we're going to try and do a bit of an update for what's going on with SundaeSwap right now. So we're just going to dive straight in because obviously this is a live stream. Hopefully there's no feedback loop like what happened yesterday. We're going to find out soon enough. But hopefully Danny's got her headphones on. Just 1 second. So basically, we're going to have a look at this. Okay, this is SundaeSwap right now. This is their app. Fill that up a little bit. This is my orders. So I have an order here, right? And what I did yesterday is I didn't put very much. I'm going to pull this down a little bit so you can see my face. I didn't put much on slippage or spillage, as Danny calls it. So what that means is basically, unless the price dips drastically, this isn't going through. Okay, I was under the impression that they were going to try and actually fulfill orders, but going by what I've heard from their space and stuff like that, they're not really holding that for people, which is what I thought was going to happen is not. So I tried reaching out to them on Discord, and their Discord is on slow mode, meaning you can only post a message every hour. So people are like coming in and asking questions and stuff, and then like they can't follow up, they can't get anything else. I've got, let's have a look at this trade, right? I managed to withdraw my liquidity, which I couldn't do yesterday. Yesterday it just wasn't going through, and if you look, order history here, I swapped this out. It took 9 hours and 45 minutes to actually go through, which is insane. So, like, don't expect things to be happening too fast. Okay, that's that. Now, I just put another trade through at 10 past, so 15 minutes ago now. Okay, and I didn't add any slippage to this, but this is not, even this one that I've just put through now, this is not likely to go through. This is processing orders from about 9 hours ago. So we're not even just looking at a 9-hour wait. We're looking at, is the price going to be even close to what we've put through on our swap right now? So look, this is saying 50.51. Yeah, I'm going to talk in like cents and dollars, but we're talking in ADA, right? So we're talking half an ADA for a token right now. What I was expecting was for them to try and fulfill these swaps. Like, that's what they were talking about before. Maybe I've misunderstood that. Well, I obviously have, because it's not what's happening. This was put through at 0.19 ADA. Okay, this 2000 ADA transaction here, if I just right click this, and we'll have a little look over here. It doesn't say. Okay, fantastic. So it doesn't even tell me. All right, but it's definitely been confirmed a bunch, because we've seen that yesterday. It got confirmed loads. I can go in CC Vault. I should really be hiding that, I guess. But here we've got this ADA and token, sent ADA. So what are we after? This is the one, right? High transaction, swap request. Yeah, so this is the right one. Okay, and what do we have in here? It's not telling me how much has been accepted because I've just blindfolded myself, right? So that's a shame. I've got my swap request here. It's the same value. So it's the same value of ADA. But up here, we're going to see that the difference between these two is massive. So for this one, I was getting 5 to 1 ADA, right? Which it had already dropped. It had doubled in price by the time that transaction actually went through yesterday. And now this one, I'm getting 2 to 1 ADA, not 5 to 1, 2 to 1. Okay, and this, because I didn't adjust the slippage, it's not likely that this is going to go through. So what we're going to try and do, oh no, 8 hours now. Only 8 hours to try and guess what the price will be. So right now, realistically, if you're expecting for a transaction to go through and actually to get filled, we need to be putting enough swap on here, or enough slippage. I keep trying to say spillage, right, Moose? I keep literally trying to not say spillage. If you're going to expect something to go through, yeah, you need to put enough slippage to account for that. Now,
like 100%.
Like 100%, yeah, Danny. Basically, it's going to be like 100%.
Realistically, honestly.
The thing is, right?
50.
The thing is, it's going to move, and it's incredibly frustrating for everyone, obviously, because we're all trying to get our hands on some of these tasty little tokens, right? But ultimately, we're not going to be really getting this stuff through. That's it. We're not going to be getting it unless you put enough. Like some guys in the chat yesterday were saying 80%, 80% slippage. And to be honest, like, what's up, Billy? You all right, mate? Only if they were doing that, they probably got their transaction filled. And you know what? Good on you guys. I'm glad that you managed to get it done, because like, if you were willing to put that through straight away, then you probably deserve to just do it, because you just went in with a risk straight away, right? So good on you. So what I'm gonna do, because all I can really do is cancel this now. Yeah, there's no way that it's gonna go to 0.19 ADA again, because it's not gonna happen unless someone dumps hard on ADA. Like, this isn't happening. Danny, did you cancel yours?
I haven't cancelled it yet. I need to cancel.
You haven't cancelled it yet. All right, so I'm gonna cancel mine. Danny's gonna keep hers.
Why?
Well, because it's the same value, isn't it?
Yeah, but if it's never gonna get filled.
No, but what I mean is I can submit another transaction. I can try and get it with a little bit more slippage, and we'll see if it happens. And Danny can leave hers just in case there's a huge crash, and then we can split the difference. Right, Danny? That is a legally binding contract, guys. Billy, you saw that.
Why would I want to buy it if it's the massive fee?
You just nudged me. That's
like,
agradable.
That's like literally the most silly thing.
No. That's only going to happen if people dump on Sunday. Like, it's not likely going to happen, all right? But it's better just that we kind of give it a 50-50 chance, right? So I'll cancel mine. 100 slippage.
100 slippage.
100% slippage. So up to 1-for-1 ADA.
Oh God.
That's
terrible.
I know that sucks, right? But realistically, right, you gotta also think about, put this in context, right? Because LQ, sorry, is sitting at 65 ADA now. Yeah, it was 0.1 ADA, right? So just kind of like what Sundae have done. It's the same thing. Now we are expecting more Sundae tokens to be launched. So the part of me is like, oh, should we just wait? Is that gonna actually affect the price, or are they gonna just kind of lock that up and not let it, you know, and just drip it out if people buy? Which is kind of difficult to tell, because you don't really know how it's going to behave in advance. I don't have enough experience with this to really know what happens with the price. So all I'm going to do is what are you doing? You're tapping away. That's not your thingy, is it? Okay, cool.
Sorry.
I'm making sure she isn't being sneaky with the transactions. You know what she's like. So I'm going to cancel this. Fail to cancel order. No way. Create collateral. So if you're gonna, this is what's gonna happen, right? I'm gonna have to basically pay like a 5 ADA fee or something, which is incredibly frustrating, but you gotta do it.
Wait, I still have ADA.
What do you mean?
I still have ADA in my wallet.
Yeah, no, I still have ADA in my wallet. All right. Danny's getting involved, so what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna open a new order. I'm going to set the slippage to super high, and we're going to see, like, it reckons 8 hours, so it's going to take ages for these things to actually go through. But realistically, it's not going to send all those transactions through. Yeah, so it doesn't matter that there's an 8-hour wait, because what's going to happen is, unless you have set your slippage right, your order is not going to get filled. It's just not going to happen. So I'm going to go, bam, swap. Right, I'm going to come here, I'm going to go ADA. I'm going to go Sundae. And I'm going to go 2,000. Okay, and now I'm going to set my slippage. What am I going to set slippage to, Danny?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm going to set it to...
I'm with 100, but like...
What, you reckon 100%?
No, I was kidding. Kidding.
I'm going to... What do you reckon? I'm going to set it to... I'm nervous now. Danny, you got me thinking. What? I'm going to set it to 20%.
20?
20% is pretty extreme.
How much has it gone up in the last 12 hours?
Yeah, okay.
Guys.
It's gone up. It's 5x'd.
12 hours.
It's 5x'd.
It's been 12 hours.
It's still 5x'd, hasn't it?
Exactly.
Right, Billy, you're here, mate. What do you reckon? What do you reckon I should set slippage to? All right, guys, if you've got an idea, you tell me. And as long as it's not too crazy, like, just tell me what you think's reasonable. Okay, and then we'll go with it.
I mean, yeah. I also don't want to get too crazy, but what if you put 100%? Will it be filled only when it goes to 1?
Well, this is the thing, right? Because you don't know how it's going to behave. Like, what they say is unfavorably, but unfavorably to who, right? Don't lie to me. So it says your transaction 100%. Yeah, I actually think 100%. I think I got to go a 1-for-1 and just hope that it fills, right? Now, realistically, it shouldn't fill. That is the noisiest
Sorry.
letter. It's okay. Realistically, it shouldn't fill. But what it might do is actually just wait. It might just wait until that point, right? And so that's the risk. So I'm gonna go for 30%. All right, 30% is pretty extreme, I think, because at that rate, I'm gonna still be paying like 0.65 or 0.7 ADA. So I'm just gonna leave that. I'm gonna go enter, bam. Is that gonna do it now? Okay, 30%. Oh, 30% tolerance. Wow. No, yeah. So Matteo, right? You're right. Okay, this at these prices, it means that the market cap is more, right? But it doesn't mean that can't happen, right? This isn't exactly a rational market, and I think this is just I think my live stream's just broken for some reason. I don't know if you guys can hear me. I don't think you can. So it's not a rational market. Okay, cool. It is working. So I'm going for this number, all right? I can't see anyone's messages anymore because I had to refresh YouTube because it was being a goose. But I'm going to go for 30% swap here, okay? Now, I'm getting 3,800 Sundae tokens. This is actual daylight robbery, in my opinion, because we put transactions through last night. Oh, yeah, okay, cool. I got you again. Matteo, right. This is it, right? And yeah, so market cap, right? This is the truth. The market cap, it doesn't depend on, it's not comparable to ADA, all right? What it is what people are willing to spend on the tokens, right? So I'm going to sign this transaction quick.
This is actually ridiculous.
Danny thinks it's ridiculous.
Honestly. Like, how to cancel?
It's super frustrating.
Like 5 ADA.
No, I know.
Cancel.
Oh, yeah, I know it.
Get my money back.
I know it's disgusting that happens, all right? But that's what's happening. There's nothing you can do about it.
So is that
You can't call customer services and complain about that stuff for a 10% voucher or something, you know?
Can I just get my money back, though?
No.
Will I be getting my ADA back?
What, if you pay your fee?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the thing with the collateral, right? And this I don't think is right, is that they make you pay to actually withdraw your transaction. You should just be able to cancel it, right? Like, that should be a thing. Well, that's a little annoying. But anyway, we won't dwell on that. Yeah, sad truth, exactly, Matteo. You explain that to Danny, right? It's not like we can call customer services. So that's it. All right, we're gonna wait. We're gonna see what happens with that. Fingers crossed it all goes through. But this is the reality of what's going on right now. So if you like me have an order here at 0.2 for a Sundae token, the truth is you're probably not getting it. Now, I'm not telling you all you need to cancel all your transactions, because who knows, right? Someone might dump, it might level out over the next couple of days. But what I'm doing this for, 2,000 ADA for a thing, I'm trying to just get the transaction through so that I can try and do a flip. Because the reality is that and this is not financial advice, all right, guys? So don't take this. Call Charles. Call my mate Charlie and tell him he's got to sort it out. Danny's been emailing him to see if, yeah. I can't believe that. Danny emailed Charles, right, and said, oh, yeah, you should come. So success, ordered swap. And this is the thing, right? That doesn't mean the transaction's gone through. That just means it's on chain in open orders. So it's still not even guaranteed to happen. So what we got to do is we got to decide for ourselves as an individual whether or not it's worth leaving your 2,000, or me, in my case, 2,000 ADA locked up here in the hope that one day it drops down, right? Because, yeah, it could. It could. But do we reckon it's going to? Like, I don't think so. I think it's going to go absolutely insane. I think we're all going to be super upset about it if we don't take advantage of it now. And that's why I'm just doing this video, because I'm going to explain to you guys what I'm up to. And although, like, I don't recommend you just do what I'm doing, because I'm not a trader. I don't do any of this stuff, yeah? I normally just buy stuff and that adjust ADA and run my stake pool. So, can order the chain... Another order in the chain limbo. Yeah, I know. Sorry, mate. I'm just blocking it up even further, right? And that's exactly what I've got. I've got 3 of them now. This was only half hour ago, right? And I still don't think it's going through because didn't put any swappage on, didn't put any spillage on, and because of that, right? It's going up already. It's already going up. So that's up. Yeah, that. Danny's livid, right? Danny's so angry. She's hiding. But it's gone up 1% already. Like right here. Yeah, so that order, it was already not going through. That's it. So that's this one. This second one is never happening. And that sucks. But like, let's just be realistic about it. I'm glad this went through, to be honest with you. I'm glad I managed to get that back. I'm glad they didn't try and charge me for that, right? But yeah, so that's how it goes. So we'll have a little recce in here. Transaction. So now I should get my new one. So this is my new transaction that I'm fingers crossed reaches 30% spillage. I'm just leaning into spillage at this point. Yeah, so hopefully that goes through soon, but I mean I'm gutted. I'm gutted, guys, because that would have been a steal right now. And the thing is, it's not really any of our fault that we couldn't do it, right? And that's what's really frustrating, is because nothing we could have really done to kind of prevent it. You know, we knew it was going to happen going in. It was just a risk. We all knew that it was going to be tough for any of us trying to get a thing, any treats at all. And as it happens, I haven't managed to get any treats. I didn't even know we could change the slippage. A lot of people were saying about it last night in the thing. And I didn't. I just didn't put anything on. I wish now I'd put an 80% because, you know, it might have filled. It might have filled this morning at some time. Not 2:30 in the afternoon. It might have filled earlier. But this one, I feel like I just need to cancel right now. Because unless it drops, and I feel like we should keep an eye on this, unless it drops almost 2% at this point, like that's not going through. Oops. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to orders, and this second one I'm just going to cancel now. Create collateral. Whatever this is. What's it telling me to do for collateral? I'm just going to sign. It's heartbreaking paying to pay, right? Like, it's just costing me money trying this stuff, but you know, it's all in the it's all just to try and see how it works and try and see what's going on. Are you alright, Moose?
Yeah, I am.
Sorry. Where are you going? You got a meeting?
No.
She's trying to get away from me, shouting. Yeah, oh yeah, so Matteo, right? 241 transaction of 1 million ADA. Okay, so a lot of people are... I was listening to their space, right? For me, that happened at 1 a.m. Like, we turned the live stream off at midnight. This happened at 1 a.m. Like, I had to be up stupid o'clock this morning to coach, so I wasn't sticking around for that, but I wish I had. Everyone was really nice to them on the space. Yeah, but actually it's quite a serious thing, isn't it? That any transaction went through before, because it just shouldn't have. And, you know, they're like, they don't really justify how it could have happened. As far as I'm concerned, the contract on mainnet and test, I'm coming down so I can get a little closer to the mic, and you can see me better. I'm not clipping out the top, all right? So I might be wrong. I don't know, okay? Because I didn't write the contract, and I'm not an expert in how Plutus scripts work at the minute. So I can't really tell you 100%. But to me, it shouldn't have been able to happen, right? Like, unless someone actually success created collateral. Oh, right, okay. So that's just, I'm going to be able to pay to get my money back. So it shouldn't have been able to happen. The fact that it did means that someone knew the right address or the right hash to send it to, and you shouldn't have been able to even check that, because only the people inside the company would have known that. Like, only the people who would submit that would have access to their private GitHub or whatever. It's going to be different on the testnet to what it is on the mainnet, so it's not going to be the same, right? Unless it is the same. Maybe it is, you know, but realistically this trade shouldn't have been able to happen. And for someone to go in with a million ADA, it means they probably already knew about it. So it's probably someone on the inside of some, or in some way, shape, or form. Now, like, it always sucks to point fingers, but same happened with the World Mobile launch. I completely forgot about that, but you're right. Something did happen with World Mobile. I remember getting in on that, just doing the ICO, right? And that was fine, right? I didn't realize something had happened with wait, yeah. So okay, right. So let's work this out, right? So that happened with World Mobile, did it? Did someone actually do that? I thought there was something going on, but I don't really remember that there was someone sneaking a transaction in. Because if this is the case, right, then it's either the same entity, right? And you should be able to check that. We could do some forensic analysis on the blockchain to find out, right? We just got to send this to like CoffeeZilla or something and get him to go and do some work, right? Dude, just find out who this was, please. Are you back? Danny's back. Danny's working today, so me sitting here making loads of noise is kind of annoying for her, so apologies. Yeah, so if something like that happened with World Mobile, and then something's happened with Sundae, right, then there's something, there must be something going on, right? Either someone is sneaky enough to do it all themselves. ICO is fine, but the first day of launch and the exchange started trading before normal people could, yeah. Which is just a typical... This is something that seems to happen quite regularly, but we're all going to deny that it's really an issue, and there's nothing that can be done to either preempt or prevent it, right? So yeah, that's just bad times. Like, that is just what we need to do, right? Is band up. Me and you, Matteo. We're going to figure this out, and we're going to get in on the next one.
Wait, 1 second.
What?
Should I be putting a 100%?
What, you're going to do 100% spillage? Nah, don't be doing that. Is there a way to know the slippage you sent? No, so it doesn't tell you, right? It has this. I can look here. It doesn't tell me anything, and they're like, "Oh yeah, sorry about that. We didn't think that anyone would want to know." Like, there's one thing everyone's asked me. Even doing the live stream yesterday, everyone was asking me what slippage, how do we check, blah blah blah. Like, there's no way to check. Like, I can't check here what my spillage was set at. I know it's slippage, all right, but spillage is just a little joke from yesterday. Yeah, so that's it. The World Mobile acknowledge it. SundaeSwap acknowledge it. They're like, oh yeah, well, someone managed to do it somehow, but you know, that's blockchain, and so anyone could potentially do it. No, not anyone could potentially do it, because the only people who could do it would have known how to address the contract, right? Which means they would need to know what the contract is in advance. So actually, it's difficult. It's difficult to say that anyone could do that, because you can pretend anyone could have done it, but ultimately, unless you had that information, then there was no way you could have done it. You can't just scour the blockchain for random hashes of things. You know, it doesn't quite work like that. Or maybe you could, but you need to know the kind of range to be looking for certain tokens. Now, maybe you can do that. You know, maybe you can go to the token registry and you can figure that out. So let's see. Token registry, we're after Cardano Docs Foundation here. Okay. So this is Cardano Foundation token registry. You know, maybe there's a way in here to find out, right? We've got mappings. So these are tokens that have been created. Yeah. So maybe we can go dun 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 dun. If you guys see Sundae, let me know. Yeah, it's not SundaeSwap issue, it's the network. Yeah, like that. No, this is, so this, you're talking about the being able to transact your ADA, right? But what they could do is they could honor prices because they know that there's congestion. I know they wouldn't, because why would they, right? But, and it's not that Cardano's a total joke, although, like, I understand the frustration. I'm in the same boat. I'm incredibly frustrated about it. But it's that there's just a certain size for blocks. Like, imagine if Bitcoin was doing this as well, right? Bitcoin would just be blocked up literally any time there's any kind of launch, any ICO on Ethereum. Like, the same kind of thing happens. Yes, absolute carnage. Loads of people struggle. A handful of people get super lucky, and then the rest is history. But if we go down here, we need to find where Sundae lives. Now, I don't know if we're going to actually find the right information for this, but we should be able to, like, okay, well, let's just go with Piggy token, right? If we go on Piggy token, in here, this is all the submitted info for Piggy token, right? That's it. Subject, signature, public key. And what we want is like a policy ID or a token ID. And what normally happens is you'll get the way that a token registry works, right? Which we can go back here and find out. We should be able to find which bit the actual token is, and then there'll be a hash, base 16, I think it is a base 16 hash, so there'll be like the policy ID followed by the base 16 hash of whatever the ticker is. Okay, so then you could potentially use that, search Cardano scan, and be like, look, we're going to find this this token. And maybe from there you can figure out where the contract is, and you can kind of go through and source everything. Maybe that's the thing, right? And if that's the case, then we need to try and figure out what that is, because if one person could do it, then we can all do it, right? And then we should just do it, because if anyone else can, then why can't we? Although it's naughty, you know, like at this point I'm thinking we should probably just do that, right? Let's just do it. Let's do it together. Me, Mateo, All Black Yo, and Enoch Sosh. What kind of name is that, you legends? My order is still open. I can't cancel my... You can cancel your order. Yeah. It'll cost you, yeah. So, like, what one did I do? I did this one. Transaction building. Oh my god. Yeah, so... Wait, it's not asking me to sign the transaction. Okay, now it is. Cool. So I've signed the transaction to create the collateral, and now I'm selling it again, signing it again to actually cancel the order, right? Why is it pending for me? It should just be doing. Okay. You can cancel your order. You got to put collateral in, Toby. That's how it works. Honestly, don't know anymore. I went almost into the Revuto project. They literally broke your Roy on ICO. Yeah. Then they made their own wallet where transactions going through fluently. Mateo, you seem to know a lot about this, man. But you're Croatian. Okay, cool. Well, I hope I'm not butchering the pronunciation there. But anyway, cool. So, if something like that's happening, right, let us know how it's working, because it would be super interesting to find out. You must be pretty confident to send 1 mil ADA to an address you found out like this. Yeah, so that's kind of what... it seems, isn't it? That's what it seems. All we can do is find that transaction. The good thing is, right, there was a snippet. So that image is about, I don't know if I have it on my phone anymore. It says error, like, for orders. Yeah, like, this is just happening. Mateo, nicely done, mate. Nicely done. The builders. Swap fee is 2 ADA. Oh, mate, that is heartbreaking just to hear about, right? I'm trying to just cancel this transaction and hope that my 30% swap that I put through goes in. Did you try back to ask on Discord? Yeah. So right now I have to wait, still have to wait half an hour to be able to message on Discord again. Dun dun dun. Bum bum. Right, sorry, I'm basically trying to mint some tokens right now, guys. So I've had a guy. Bum bum. Okay, right. Oh no, I gotta send a logo for the token. So I'm working on a project called Staking DAO, and we're trying to it's hard, yeah, it is. We're trying to register the tokens now with the Cardano registry. That's the only reason I know about this kind of stuff, is because we're trying to do it ourselves. You can't confirm that our open orders won't process, right? We need to cancel. Yeah, so... Safe, hey again. Did you do yesterday's transaction went through? No. Yours went through, and you got 1.5k Sundae. Mate, well done. Safe, smashing it. What's my price prediction for Sundae? Insane. My price prediction is insane. I don't know what is going to happen with the market cap, because obviously everyone's like, oh yeah, but it's already higher than Cardano's. Yeah, but if people are using it, right, then it's on. Order cancelled. Success. Will you get Sundae at the swap price, or what's the process when process success? So basically what'll happen, right, is your thing won't go through. So I've got one here that I did last night for 0.19 ADA. That's not going to go through unless Sundae goes back to 0.19 ADA, which it isn't going to do. Like, when's that going to happen? Right now, Sundae, I'm going to refresh this to actually see what the score is. Yeah, connected with CC Vault. It's over half an ADA, right? 0.51649. So that's increased by 0.01, just what, well, 0.006 just since we've been on the live stream, something like that. Yeah, so it's already gone up 1% or 1.5%, 1.6%. So just since we've been on this call. So I don't think that's going to be stopping anytime soon. Yeah, right now there's just a huge backorder of people's transactions, and it's saying here it's processing stuff from 9 hours ago. And take this 9 hours with a pinch of salt, because anyone who hasn't done the slippage, then they won't be getting put through, basically. So they'll just hold in an open order, and that's what's happening with this order, this bottom one I've got here, right? This one's just sitting in an open order, and that's not going to get filled unless it goes back to 0.19 ADA, which I can't see happening realistically. Oh yeah, sorry, Matteo. Sorry, mate. That's what people were saying. It's going to go higher than Cardano. It's not there now. Sorry, that's me. That's me accidentally spilling my words. So right now it's not as high as ADA, but I see this going to like 100 ADA or something like that, just because it's being used, right? And people actually want to be using it. Now, do I think you should be investing based on that? No, like absolutely not. All right, definitely don't make any trades expecting it to go to 100 ADA. Like, I just think the market is super emotional and people are really, really irrational in that case, you know, when like everyone's just FOMOing into SundaeSwap right now. So right now the market isn't rational, so this price is going to be super high. Yeah, this is just going to keep going up. Look what happened to LQ, yeah, the liquid finance token. It was 0.1 ADA. And then in like 24 hours, it was something crazy. It just went up. It just didn't stop. It was going absolutely mad. And that's exactly what's kind of going on with Sundae. Right, that's the kind of thing that's happening right now. Now, liquid finance, they only had a very, very small thing. They only had a very, very small, like 1.5%, I think they put onto MuesliSwap. Yeah, and so that's what pushed the price up. Right, because there was only a tiny amount, and everyone else got, like, loads of people got some as an airdrop, and good, really good for them, because if you have sold this at this kind of price, then you've done really well off that airdrop, and you deserve it. You know, you deserve to actually benefit from that, because that's what happens when you get in on projects early. Like, if you put that in and you're behind a project early, you deserve to actually benefit from that a little bit. And so good on you, right? But I would still be nervous about selling the liquid finance token, because I'm like, oh, look what's happened, right? And this is the thing, emotional markets. I'm the most emotional person with it as well. Like, I'm just like everyone else. It's not like I'm a super rational trader. I'm not a trader at all right? So don't take what I'm saying as financial advice either, all right, guys? I've got to say that like 100 times, I feel like, because I'm doing price stuff. But yeah, so I think it's going to go insane. Like, realistically, do I want it to? No, I don't want it to right now. I want to be able to actually get these trades through. Yeah, once they start releasing more tokens into the market, it's likely going to come down, because this is all like hype at the minute, isn't it? Everyone's getting super excited, wants to get on Sundae. But the reality is loads of orders aren't filling. And so over the next couple of days, people are going to be cancelling their orders like I'm doing now, and then ordering again. Right, and so that's something you got to expect as well. People who have got super high tolerance in their slippage, they're more likely to get through. People who did that stuff yesterday, like I had guys doing 80% slippage yesterday. Like I imagine they got their things through since 10 hours ago, mate. Juan, I'm in exactly the same boat. It literally, like, look, this was done. This actually went through. We were trying from quarter 2, yeah. So 20 minutes after the thing launched, we managed to get a transaction through. This transaction was worth like 10,000 Sundae tokens, but it's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen anytime soon. That's it. Safe had 80%. Yeah. So there you go. Safe was here yesterday. He went for 80% slippage. That's crazy. don't cancel. Hosky happened the same a few weeks ago. Yeah, but Hosky wasn't priced at anything. Yeah, so it's not by putting it against anything. Safe, look, ordered at 0.19, which is what my order was at. He put it on. He got it at 0.31. Mate, well done. That really well done. Honestly, I'm well happy for you for having that. That's amazing. Yeah, so the slippage is ADA to Sundae, yeah. My order is stuck to, I cannot cancel, will be executed at a different price. It won't be executed at a different price, right? It literally won't. It won't be executed in a different price. It'll be cut at that price, except for the tolerance of slippage that you allowed. So automatically it's like 1.25 or something like that. Yeah, Matteo, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Yeah, there's a lot less tokens. There's a lot less tokens for liquid. So it should be like 100 times more, exactly like you say. Yeah, but we got to remember what people are like, right? And there are a lot of people who are desperate to get these tokens. Yeah, Liquid just like dropped some out on Muesli and it went crazy. Yeah, but everyone has been waiting on Sundae. This is like the most anyone in Cardano has ever been excited for a project, right? And people have been waiting for this for ages. So that's why I'm saying it's just not going to stop for any time soon. And that's why I've reset this. I've made a second order just now, and that's why I did it, because I know it's going crazy. And I only went 30%. I don't think 100% slippage on this is worth doing. And I would actually be pretty annoyed if I did something like that and then I paid 1 for 1. Like 1 ADA for 1 Sundae token. I'd be really upset about that. So like I know what I'm saying, but I'm also prefacing it by like I don't think it should be that high, right? I just know that the market is super irrational, and so people are super excited, like things, and for that reason things go crazy. And you've seen it happen with all the meme tokens, like on every other project, and that's why now people are making loads of meme tokens for Cardano, right? Like you got ADA Shib and stuff like that. Like that's insane. Don't get involved in things. Well, I mean, get involved in things if you want, guys, but like I'm never getting involved in stuff like that because I just don't agree with it. Let's see what SundaeSwap's saying now, because they wouldn't let me message them back. Okay, I still got like 25 minutes before I can put anything in. And this is the most frustrating thing, right? And I know like you would just end up with loads of people just moaning and kicking off like I'm exactly about to. I'll get some in the ICO. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. But like realistically, Matteo, right? How much are we getting in the ISPO? We're not getting a lot in the ISPO, and that's the reality of it. Like, we're not going to get a lot. I think someone was doing rough guesstimations. We don't know what the curve's like for distribution, but I don't think anyone's getting too much more than like 100 tops, like 100 tokens. Yeah, I wouldn't expect a lot more because pools are super full, they're super saturated. How much do SundaeSwap actually want to give away for free? Like, and I don't have these numbers, so if you guys know, like, let us know in the chat. Let us know. But realistically, they're not going to give away that many. They're going to give away a bunch to everyone. Yeah, but it's going to be disparate. Like the distribution is going to be wide because they're going to do as much as people can, and they're going to try and prioritize more wallets so users with less ADA can get more. Yeah, which they already kind of suggested that's what's going to happen. But like I'm expecting 20. Realistically, I'm expecting like 20 to 30 tokens, and that's it. I'm not sitting around thinking, oh yeah, I'm gonna get like 2,000. Yeah, and that's why I'm trying to buy some now, because I know I'm gonna get almost nothing, and I want to try and do what everyone else does in crypto and try and get ahead of it a little bit. I've done yeah, Sean, it does suck, man. It does suck, but like what I was saying, right, Matteo, is I've managed to get in on a couple of launches, like for Singularity Net projects. Yeah, I got in on Singularity DAO. I got in on NewNet. Okay, now neither of these are worth a lot of money, all right? But what I did is I let it go all the way up, and I was like, oh yeah, that's doing pretty well, but was indifferent to it. And then it came all the way back down again, and I thought, you know what? I knew it was high back then, right? I should have done something about it. And so now I'm trying to approach it with more of a less monkey brain and more like rational mindset. And that's why I'm just trying to get some of these now, because I'm expecting it to go mental. And that's what basically I'm going to try and ride this little wave as it's deployed through Cardano. This guy mentioned that it'd be considered a limit order, so none of the orders are going to go through. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what's going on. And that's what I've seen now, and that's what that's why I started this, because that's what I've seen, and this is what I've adjusted based on that. Like, it's still the same value, but I'm getting like 5 times less. 5 times less Sundae tokens if it goes through. And I've also put 30% Sing. Sorry, you've only just come here, but that's what it is. Yeah, Matteo, Meld will be a good one as well. And there's like, I'm part of Nasec's Discord, so I know like what I've been following his kind of narrative around Meld, and although he admits he hopes he's wrong, like there was some interesting things that came to light right at the start, and hopefully they just open source their stuff in the end. I think since Nasec did his videos on Meld, a lot more has come through. You know, they've tried talking a lot more in the community, and they've kind of put themselves forward a bit more to kind of prove that they're doing what they say they're doing, I guess, and kind of justify themselves as being treated like a legitimate project, which is the risk when anyone comes out and says, oh yeah, they've never done any work before, how can you say they're a thing, right? But yeah, no one knows at this point. I really hope Meld are good. They reckon they've got some pretty cool DeFi tools going on, so I'm excited about that. I'm actually excited about all these projects coming out on Cardano. Like, I'm in the ecosystem for a reason, right? This is the ecosystem I care about. I don't care about anything else. Do we pay a fee if we cancel? Yes, we do. Yeah, we do. We pay, I can't remember what I just paid for Collateral. I wonder if it'll tell me. No, it doesn't. Cancelled UTXO. It's not really, oh, it says total fees here is 0.3. But I put like 5 ADA in Collateral. I think that's what it suggests we do. So I don't know if that's just sat in here still in like a Collateral box or something. But I literally don't know. I created a CC vault. I used to use Yoroi. Okay, so guys, preface this. I don't do a lot of trading. I don't send a lot of ADA around. I literally used Yoroi. That was it. It's only recently that I made this. I literally made this CC Vault account yesterday so that I could just partake in SundaeSwap, because like, I don't do trading. I'm not dishing out financial advice left, right, and center. I like talk about building on Cardano and projects, and that's what I'm interested in. But I know when I cancelled, I had to provide some kind of collateral. They recommended like 5 ADA. I didn't see what it was. I just signed the thing. How long did you wait to cancel your cancel order went through? I don't know. It's probably like 5 or 10 minutes. I did it all while I was on this live stream. So that's it. Yeah. But yeah. So I have no idea, guys. I have no idea how long this took. Probably like, well, here you go. Look, it took half hour or more. It took 50 minutes. Oh, no, wait, that's cancelled. Sorry, I'm confusing myself with these times. It took less than 10 minutes to cancel. You see that? So 2:52 cancelled, right? And now it's 3:06 p.m. So it didn't take me that long. Has to be more than 1.5 ADA, because you say native tokens like SundaeSwap, it costs 1.48 ADA. So there you go. And Matteo's coming with the knowledge. Thanks, mate. So I think it said like it recommends 5 ADA collateral. So that's it. I technically paid 0.3 in fees. That's what it's saying. Oh, you're right, mate. G-Rise Meta Moonverse. I don't know if ADAX might do better. Like, this is the thing. Because I don't keep up on the trading stuff, I have no idea. Like, I know there are these projects. I know about a lot of these DEXs, but I don't keep up with what they're up to, because like I've had my own things that I've been super busy with, you know. Only devs getting their Sundae, pulling an inside job on us. Yeah, you know what, like, it's hard not to think that, right? It is hard not to think that. We all know about this shady transaction. Matteo was saying it happened with World Mobile as well. Like, I'm inclined to believe him, because I'm sure I heard something like that. I can't remember exactly what it is, but I'm sure I heard something like that. Because as an SPO, right, you tend to hear stuff through like the grapevine of Cardano Twitter. Because Cardano on Twitter is basically an echo chamber of stake pool operators, isn't it? And devs. Only devs getting their thing. I'll be done with my ADA after the next wave up. Can't handle one DEX and it's not scalable. Yeah, like at the minute it's not. And you bought at 2 cents. Well done, mate. You know, Sean. Like, and look, if this is how you feel about it, then that's fine. You know, like I don't. A lot of my mates don't like ADA, right? Because they're in it for trading. They're literally in crypto for trading, and they're only interested in making money like that, which is fine if that's what you're about. Like me, I'm more interested in building. My order's 2,845 confirmations. So look, I haven't deleted, I haven't cancelled my big early one that I did last night. I've saved that, but I made another one and I forgot to put slippage on. So now I've put one on with 30% slippage. 2,000 ADA again here, and then this one. This one's at 30% at 0.51 ADA or something, and this one's at 1.25%, like whatever the automatic slippage is, 2,000 ADA, but it was at 0.19 ADA, right, per token. So unless there's a big market dump, like unless someone comes in, unless that million, 10 million, whatever, Sundae tokens does like a huge dump, and everyone buys it, it's not really going back down here anytime soon. So we can sit there with, you can sit there with your 2,800 confirmations. I probably have something similar on CC. I haven't checked, but it was crazy last night. Like, I'm sure it'll work in a few weeks. Yeah, it probably will. It'll probably work a lot better in a few weeks. I can't remember exactly what dates are, but we're supposed to have like a hard fork combinator coming up soonish. I can't remember the exact dates, but there's stuff happening. You know, they've been addressing this scaling issue because they know that these DEXs are being released. So it's not like it's a secret problem that no one knew about. Everyone knew about it. Sundae knew about it. IOG knew about it. All the stake pool operators knew about it. Like it was a known issue, a hurdle that we're going to have to come across. And you know, it definitely got stress tested last night. But the reality is, it comes at everyone's expense. You try 90% slippage for some ADA to check whether it'll process or not. Yeah, I can. I don't think it will. I don't think it'll process anytime soon, because you see this? Processing orders from 10 hours ago. But you got to remember, this, what it says about 10 hours ago, there's a backlog of transactions like my first one here that happened here, right? That are getting processed, or that aren't getting processed based on the slippage that was given. I did my order at 6:15 this morning for 1,000 ADA. Dan, did it go through? Did you get it through all right? What did you put? Like, what was your slippage? Tell us some details about that transaction if you can remember, mate, because it'd be super interesting just to know. So I can set one here on your recommendations. 90% slippage for some ADA. Okay, right. Let's just do that, right? Go ADA. We'll just do 10. 10 ADA. We're gonna buy Sundays, and we're gonna go settings. And we're going to go, look, the other one was on 30. I'm going to go 90% for this. All right? Who was on? One life. Look, we're going to check this together, mate. We're going to see what happens. Bam. Order swap. Hopefully this is going to go through, right? Brothers are already priced in ADA. Everyone expected. Yeah. Hope that goes through. So, we've got this. That's pending. Order submitting. I've signed that transaction. It's only 10 ADA. Let's see what happens. Right, I'm boiling, so I've got to take this off. Okay. So, again, like, we can sit here and wait for this, but I don't imagine it's going to go through anytime soon. It's not going to be, like, running through. It's not going to be prioritized just because I put loads of slippage on. It just means when my time comes in the queue, that it's more likely to go through because there's been a much higher tolerance, yeah? And it will go through at whatever price it's at in that moment based on the slippage. Like, if it's within that slippage kind of margin, then it will go through. Has anyone experienced an error with CC Vault? No account set. How to set it. Okay, so last night, right, safe. Last night I was having troubles with CC. It was like tripping. It was saying it wasn't connected. Success. Ordered swap. So we'll see if this 10 ADA goes through. I'll actually be a little bit annoyed if it does, to be honest with you, because they shouldn't prioritize that one before the others, right? If it's within the price. Now, oh no, Sundae just broke on me. So just a heads up, for that to go at 90%, it's going to be like literally 95%. Bought anything other than Sundae tokens? No, Ken, I haven't, mate. But good to see you, man. It's early morning your end. It's like mid-afternoon for me now. It's 3:15 in the afternoon. But yeah, I'm glad you're doing all right. Have you, Ken? Have you managed to get any transactions through at all? Just because you know, so let us know if you have, right? Give us a little shout. So, Safe, back to what you were saying, right? What happened is yesterday where everything was really struggling. Everything was struggling to keep up. I had CC Vault was literally saying disconnected from mainnet, and it did it for loads. It did it absolutely loads. Place an order with slippage of 1.25. Will the order not be executed? Diego, it's not going to be executed for ages, regardless. All right. If you put slippage at 1.25% and the price moves by 1.3%, then your thing won't go through. So it'll just sit there in limbo, which is exactly what's going on right here. Like this trade here, right? I did at 6 minutes past 10 last night. Toby Lane, should we buy it for 0.9 ADA on MusicSwap? Toby, if that's what you reckon, yeah, do it. If you think that's a good decision, mate, that's cool. Like, you do that, right? The order I entered 9 hours ago has close to 2,000 confirmations. Yeah, like that's happened with everyone. Like, it's the transaction itself has been submitted on the so that has been confirmed that you've put that transaction through, but that doesn't mean it's going to get filled. Okay, and this is something that I wasn't aware of either. Like, I'd misunderstood at least, which is like, that's entirely my fault that I've done that, right? That I haven't paid enough attention. But I was under the impression that if it was confirmed as an order, then they were going to kind of fulfill that. But that's not the case. What's going to happen is this order is going to sit in limbo until the price comes back down to 0.19 ADA, which I don't see happening anytime soon. Now, when that happens, will I get priority? I like, probably not, because everyone else is doing the same, right? So unless everyone panics and FOMOs and cancels their order, or doesn't have like a couple of thousand ADA laying around to just do it, like, you just don't know what's going on. You don't know what anyone else is doing. And this is the whole game theory part of trading, right? In general, you don't know what the market sentiment's like. Everyone is a little bit frustrated with this at the minute. Do I reckon it's going to go super crazy high? Like, yeah, I kind of do, but I wouldn't recommend anyone do anything based on what I'm saying. You know, like, none of what I say is financial advice. I'm not a trader. I don't understand any of this stuff enough. I just bought some Cardano, and I'm interested in the tech side. I made a stake pool, right? And now I'm working on some projects, but that's it. I'm not like trading. I'm not day trading. I'm not doing any of that stuff. I just wanted to try this out. Swapped at launch with 99% slippage with no success. Yeah, you know why, right, Ignacio? That's because it went from 0.1 to 0.19 up to like 0.3 or something, like super quick, like in 2 or 3 hours. No tries yet for me. Hesitating, nervous about a DEX DeFi game. Oh yeah. Yeah, well, that's the tough thing about being in America, isn't it, Ken? Is that it's so like frustrating because you don't know what the rules are, and it's hard to play by the rules if they're not set in stone, right? Like, in the UK, we're allowed to do stuff. We're allowed to do trades and stuff. We just need to report it right. And in the UK, as far as I'm aware, I might be wrong. Like, I'm not an accountant or anything like that. But if you hold for a year, then it counts as capital gains, as far as I'm aware. I might be wrong, so don't take that as the gospel, all right, guys? I'm not telling you that that's actually right. That's just what I think is the case based on a couple of conversations with people. So if I hold it for up to then I pay a capital gains tax. If I cash out before then it counts as income, yeah, as far as I'm aware. So if I cash out, if I do this, if I make this trade, yeah, and then I make another trade in 6 months, then the difference between them will be charged as income tax. So that's something to watch out for if you're doing stuff like this. And yeah, Ken, I reckon you got to be careful, mate, because you don't want to get caught out on something that ends up biting you, especially if they're trying to, because they're like trying to tax people in America, if I haven't got this wrong, on like unrealized gains. Is that true? That's terrible. But yeah, you got to be careful. Wait a few days. Yeah, all black, yo. That's why I'm not canceling this transaction. Yeah, because I'm hoping in a couple of days it'll either balance out or they're going to release a bunch of tokens and the price will come down. Yeah, but you don't know what's going to happen with market sentiment. You already have enough. Yeah, Ken, I bet you do, mate. I bet you do. Arthur, I'm in it for the tech. Tech, I promise. It's the tech. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I get what you're saying there, and it is funny. They can't track your trade in the USA. Of course they can. All they don't need to track your trade especially, right? All they need is to be able to identify you at some point, and then a little bit of forensic accounting, and you can basically figure it out. So if you've ever bought anything KYC'd through a KYC exchange, like any centralized exchange in the UK has KYC, right? So if you've bought anything, then there is a record. And not all DEXs, but like Coinbase, for example, if you make £5,000 worth of trading in the UK, then they're going to let HMRC know. So if I've done anything like that, I better be reporting it, because if I get in trouble, right? Like, if they come knocking on my door, I need to be able to prove all of the trades I've made. So you got to be responsible with this stuff as well. All right. So it's very easy to say they can't track your trade, but they can. They can track trades. Like, they'll follow you. You can follow you around. Everything's recorded on the blockchain. It's not like a secret. Yeah. Just because it's a hash doesn't mean you can't be identified by it. Your address is tied to your keys, and so the addresses are consistent and they match up. Yeah, even like with a HD wallet, this is not a hardware wallet, it's different, but you have multiple sets of private keys and multiple addresses, and this is kind of how your ROI works, yeah? Like, every time you make you get a receive address, you have a new receive address, and it's just made by hashing private keys together. And so, yeah, they can, it's on the blockchain, Sean, exactly. So you've got to be careful. You got to be careful, okay? Do stuff like that at your own peril. Me personally, I just report everything. Now, being a stake pool operator, it's a business, right? So I have the advantage from my perspective of anything that I've earned in staking rewards, I can transfer and then claim. Once they come, they demand extra. Yeah, exactly. And you don't want them just to spank you with an extra fee, right? Just because you weren't 100%. Mateo, you have a good one, mate. Look, listen, Mateo as well. Like, hit me up at STOIC Pool, yeah, because it'd just be nice to get to know you. If you're building on some of these cool projects, like, it'd be nice to stay in touch. All right, you have a good one. Look after yourself and enjoy your time in Croatia, if that's where you're from, innit? So, yeah, enjoy your time in Croatia, mate. I bet the weather's lovely out there. It's literally grey and disgusting. It's daytime here, guys, but it's horrible. Total cap is getting reached right now, yeah. You know why? The total market cap, there was something that happened in the markets as well, like normal people markets, which again, I have no idea about, guys, so don't quote me, and I don't know why, but there was drops all over the place. And personally, I think a lot of it is like tax season coming, right? Tax season. Mateo, mate, you have a good day. Look after yourself. But yeah, so there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on outside of crypto, and crypto is the market that suffers all the time, right? Yeah, exactly. You had to enter the market in fiat one day, so they can track it from that point. Like, they know your bank accounts. Like, they can follow you around crypto. Everything's on the blockchain. But yeah, craziness. I have a swap in the morning, got deducted, but the transaction is not complete. Yeah, so like, dude, one life. I'm in the same boat with this, right? I did it here, 6 minutes past 10 last night. You know. Like, that was 20 minutes after the launch, it finally went through. All right, so like, this isn't like, we're all in the same boat with a lot of stuff. I'm not canceling this trade because I'm hoping that in a couple of days, when the price kind of settles and all the hype chills out and everyone cancels all their orders, mine will go through, you know? Like, that's literally what I'm doing with it. I canceled one before that was for 2,000 ADA that I did like today, with no slippage. So I've done a high slippage one here. This trade here, 2000, has 30% slippage. And like, I don't normally do stuff like this. All right, guys, this isn't like my hobby. I don't do trading. I'm too busy building things and like working to be worrying about trading. What am I building? Of course I can say, yeah. So I'm building a project called Staking DAO. what Staking DAO is a platform where instead of users staking or using the pool ranking system, so instead of looking for like the top 20 stake pools, they can delegate to a group of stake pools. And the idea of this is that it will help decentralize stake across the network. So, and if you've been keeping up with it, then you know from the SundaeSwap ISPO, there are like 30 entities or 84 pools who are all just getting all the stake at the minute. Most stake pools, especially small stake pools, have lost massive amounts of stake to the ISPOs. And it's nothing against the individuals, you know, guys who just hold tokens and want to get free SundaeSwap tokens. You know, good on you. Do what you got to do for your little treats, right? It's up to you what you do with your money. But what it does do is have a kind of compounding effect on the centralization of the network. And right now we have like 3,000 pools, right? We have 3,000 odd pools on Cardano, but only a very small selection of those are actually minting blocks. Right now on stake, let's go here. So right now on stake, let's just go blockchain, what is it, network. What are we after? Analysis, here we go, pools graphs, oh donuts, that's what we want, Cardano donuts. So I'm going to explain right quickly because you guys are asking about the project. So right now, on Cardano, something like 18% is delegated to single pool operators. Look at this number. I'm going to zoom in because you probably can't see it very well. I can't actually see because OBS isn't showing. Okay, cool. So we're going to zoom in. All right, so this is what's happening. We've got single pool operators, 16.6%. Yeah, and then you've got lots of other projects around here. Binance, okay, it's a centralized exchange, so take that with a pinch of salt. But they've got almost the same delegation, total delegation, as single pool operators. That's an insane amount of number, right? Single pool operators, in terms of pool groups, account for 70%. 72% of all stake pools are single pool operators, and we have a control, or we're managing 16% of the stake, or 17% of the stake. Yeah, so that's the issue, and it's because of things like this that have happened. Yeah, now I put a 30%. I put 30%. Right, just to go back here, I put a 30% slippage, and I put Slippage? I've forgotten what it is because Danny was saying spillage yesterday, so now I'm confusing myself. So I've got 3 orders right now. This is the one I did last night. 2,000 ADA at 0.19 ADA, right? So I'll get like 8,000 or something for that. Then this one I did almost an hour ago now. This I had put 30% slippage in. And this 10% I did 90, this 10 ADA I did 90, just as a test, just to see what happened, because one of the guys in the chat was suggesting that we do it, just to see kind of how it goes. So that's kind of what's happening. But yeah, so Staking DAO is designed to fix this issue, this single pool operators issue, yeah? So we're currently going for funding on Project Catalyst, so give us a little vote, guys. If you're in on Catalyst, if you know what that is, if you don't know what it is, check it out, because it's a governance funding, like a governance application on Cardano, where people vote with their wallets. So they go, oh, I've got this much ADA, and that's your voting power. And then that's used to represent the amount of points you give a project. And the idea is that those projects who get the most votes get funded by a treasury provided by the Cardano Foundation, I believe. It might be IOG, I might have got that wrong. But basically, there's a bunch of ADA. Ken might be able to correct me, actually, if I've said something wrong there. But yeah, that's basically how it goes. The way Staking DAO works is it'll be an app like this where you just connect your wallet, and instead of having orders and stuff, you'll just have like a couple of boxes like this, and it'll say trade, like pick a group, and you create a basket, and that basket is basically like a new staking address. So then you delegate that basket to someone else, or a group of pools, and the DAO automatically balances it out, and then for that you earn governance tokens as well. So yeah, that's basically what Staking DAO is. Guys, check it out. I got some other videos on the thing. I've been interviewed by a couple of people about it. You can reach out to me at STOIC Pool, or you can join our Discord, which I don't have linked in this video, but you can come ask me about that and find out, you know. Why Sundae token ID is different today. No way, don't say that, man. That would be heartbreaking, isn't it? Token ID, has it actually changed? I find that hard to believe. One Life, I don't know anything about H-bar. Like, I know nothing about H-bar, mate. Sorry, Hedera, like, I don't have a clue. Alright, a Crypto Carnage, sorry. I was looking at that. One Life, I still don't know anything about Hedera. So, like, I can't help you with that. I just said I had initial 9 hours ago, high slip. That, it did not have a high slip tolerance, no. It had 1.25% or whatever the automatic tolerance is. And now I've got one with 30, yes, for the same value, but I'm getting half as much, right? So that 30 is, we're currently still within the parameters of that. So that might go through. I'm just going to keep it here because this is what matters, right? These orders. Now, what we're seeing right now, someone just suggested doing it a while back. It's hard to keep up with the chat. 35,000. What's that? All Black Yo, 35,000 what? What's the name of the proposal? It's staking DAO, supporting single pools or something like that. Let me just whip it up for you. Bam, it's right by here. This is the proposal. Staking DAO, supporting single pools. You can go check the website out. It's stakingdao.ai. Bam. You can actually have a proper look at this. You can sign up if you're a holder. It'll just send you to our Discord. If you're an SPO, you can fill out a form. And it kind of talks you through a little bit here. It's just as a very, very basic page I put up to give you some information. And you can go /whitepaper here. And you can go and check out the white paper to it. You can download it if you want, or I've just published it online. You can read through. Like, there's a lot to it. There's a lot to DAOs, right? There's a lot of governance. There's a lot of treasury management. There's the actual maths involved with the display and the distribution of how the DAO works. Yeah, so there's a lot to it. There's minimum requirements of stake pool operators. There's a bunch of stuff to kind of prevent people from manipulating a DAO. Because what we're trying to do, essentially, is give every stake pool operator like 3 to 5 million ADA, like that much support. So that the idea is there are 21,500 blocks minted every epoch, right? Every 20 seconds for 5 days. And so what the DAO is trying to do is it's trying to encourage or enable more stake pools to mint blocks. And so that's what we're trying to do. 35,000. Yeah, so that's what I'm asking for. I'm asking for $35,000, which is basically for a couple of months of development costs for this Plutus dev and a web developer, and then like $5,000 for marketing. So that's it. There's not a lot of money, really. And that's just to pay guys, because I've had guys helping me out with this since November, right? And we're still waiting. Like, we haven't paid anyone. People have just been helping me off their own back. And I've obviously spent a lot of time over Christmas doing the work on this. So that's kind of what we're trying to pay people for, or I'm trying to pay other people for specifically. But thank you, All Black. Thank you for voting. And on swaps last night, yeah, it was different on a Twitter post. Ah, okay. Elf, I'm sorry, mate. I've just realized what you're talking about. Okay, so what you're saying is that the Sundae token is different. That's what you're saying. Like, maybe it is. I find it hard that they would have changed it. Yesterday it was ending in 145, and today it's D77. You can check in your own video. Wow, like, that's the good thing about these kind of things, right? I'm gonna have a little check. What is flash loan? I don't know. I don't know what flash loan is. Yeah. So NFTs is what HBAR is made of. Oh, that's pretty cool. Like, all I know is HBAR is the token, isn't it, for Hedera Hashgraph or something? Or have I got that completely wrong? I might have got that wrong, guys, because I don't. It's hard when I'm working in Cardano. It's hard for me to keep up with other projects, right? It's just difficult. There's too much going on. There's so much going on in Cardano we can't keep up, let alone keeping up with other cryptocurrencies as well. But yeah, Elpham, thanks for letting me know, right? Because I'm going to find out a little bit about that. It's difficult to actually to even notice things like this, right? And that's one of the advantages of people like you lot. Did you get your ADA back when you cancelled? Yeah, I think so. Oh no. Now you got me nervous. I didn't check. So yeah, I did. I did get it back, because look, this account now has 2,000 in. So I've got my 2,000 back that I cancelled from earlier. So yes, that has come through. this one, this cancelled swap. HBAR is closed source. Okay, well, I mean that is unusual for cryptocurrencies. Usually stuff's open sourced, right? But you got to remember, even open source has licensing things, right? I'm just gonna have a swig of a drink because I've been talking like crazy for the last, I don't know, since I started, I guess. Oh. Partnerships with Google, IBM. Yeah, well, I mean, maybe they do, mate. I know nothing about it. So don't do flash loans. You'll lose all your dollars. You know, if you have no idea when how to use it. I have no idea what flash loan is. I definitely don't recommend. It doesn't sound good, does it? Flash loan, like, no thanks. What is Cardano? It's a cryptocurrency. Yeah. It's only with NAMI that we can't cancel our orders. So, excuse me, sorry. So what you need to do, right? What I had to do, I'm with CC. I had to set up collateral. And so what happened is I had to put like a collateral amount of like 5 ADA or something. And then I don't think I was charged 5 ADA to do my cancel. But yeah, I don't think I was charged 5 ADA to do it, but I think you need that in as collateral. And like, I don't think it's fair, but you basically got to pay the scoopers for doing their thing, right? I still can't cancel my order. Safe, mate. That sucks. It's only with NAMI that we can't cancel our orders. Toby, mate. That I don't know. I don't use NAMI. Like, up until yesterday, I'd never touched anything other than I'd use Yoroi. I'd use Daedalus. You've set it as well. Mate, I don't know what to say about that. When did you cancel? Like, when did you actually cancel? Because look, you can see when I cancelled. I cancelled mine at 2:52. Yeah, which was 40 minutes ago at this point. Yeah, 2:52. Outcome cancelled. The cancelled UTXO. Let's just have a look at that, right? I forget that I zoom in on everything when I'm on these live streams. So timestamp 2:52, yeah, 42 minutes ago. When did it go through? Is that opening? This is my collateral, 5 ADA. That contracts. This is the contract. Very exciting stuff. Metadata. Cancel or it doesn't tell you nothing, because it never does really with cryptocurrency unless you have explicit values. Right, so it doesn't tell me what time it actually went through. It just tells me what time it happened, right? Like the UTXO was submitted, not what time it was processed. So there was another time. This wasn't when it got cancelled. I think it was like 1/4 past or 20 past. If scoopers can cancel, why can't scoopers swap? Yeah, right? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, please have a look. It's strange, not sure. Should I cancel my order now or keep waiting? Like, that's up to you guys, right? That's the thing. It's up to you guys what you want to do. Like, I'm not here telling you what to do with the ADA. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on and what the requirements are. And once I found out exactly how this was actually going to operate, I thought after my video last night, I kind of have an obligation to kind of do this video and let you guys know that it isn't going to go through unless the price comes back down, because that's not what I thought was going to happen. I thought they were going to honor that to some extent, but they're actually not. So yeah, trying for 5 hours to cancel, mate, that's heartbreaking. You know what you can do, right, Toby? Is you can restore your wallet, right? Because your wallet isn't NAMI. Yeah, NAMI is just an interface for your wallet. It's just a UI. Right, so what you could do, and hopefully this would work for you, but you could potentially just open up a CC Vault, right? So you could go to CC Vault, you can open up your app, then you can connect it through CC Vault instead of through NAMI, and you just use your recovery phrase to do that, right? That's what the recovery phrase is for. The wallet that I have in CC Vault was a Yoroi wallet. Like, and now I've been using it through CC because I can't connect with Yoroi. I can only connect with CC. So that's why what I'm doing. So maybe if it's really struggling and NAMI's not letting you do it, then that might be a way to actually get around that. Okay. So Elvin, back to your question, right? I'm not canceling this order. This order I put in last night, I'm not canceling it because I'm hoping that in a couple of days the price comes right down. Yeah, I'm hoping they release a bunch more tokens, everyone gives up like on their trades and stuff, the price comes down, people start selling and taking some profit out of SundaeSwap tokens, and it goes back down to 0.19 ADA and my transaction goes through. That's what I'm hoping for. All right, so that's just to let you know what this isn't financial advice. I'm not telling you that's what you should do. So look after yourself, mate. You have a good day at work. Guys, if you don't know, right, check out Ken Adams. Okay, he's done a couple of Catalyst projects, proposals. Now he's doing this KEWW thing, and also at the minute he's doing oil paintings of NFTs. So NFTs he's bought, he's doing oil paintings of them. It's just super interesting stuff. Go and check it out. All right, Ken Adams. Honestly, like, just click on his channel here in the chat. He's a super nice, really, really nice guy. I've done a couple of live streams where he's had to put up with me chatting for ages. Trying for 5 hours, yeah, mate. Try Fault, you can import your wallet. Exactly. Safe, that's exactly what I did. Help me to get my Sundae. Nami just didn't want to go through. Yeah, maybe it'll help cancel as well. You're 100% right on that. I think with Nami, right, if you didn't set the collateral before, then it won't let you update it. But when I did CC it, I just hit cancel and it told me, oh, you need collateral, you idiot. So sort it out. And then so I just did. I just followed the steps. It just gave it to me, right? I heard that transactions could take up to 1 day. That should have been posted on SundaeSwap's homepage. Richard, so they did actually let people know, because this is not a secret. We all knew that the blockchain's been congested for a while because of how people do NFT drops and how and about drip drops and stuff like that. So there's already been a load of stuff. Okay, token ID images, mate. I've literally just got that email. Thank you for sending me that. Right, really, thank you for sending me. I can't believe you noticed that. D77, you're right. 145. Mate, that's insane. That's actually crazy. That's making me nervous. Why would you do that? Why would you mess me up like that? Now I can't think of anything else. Thank you for sending me. So, right, guys, I've got to let you know, all right, because I would be doing you lot a disservice not telling you this, right? So I've got two screenshots here that someone in the chat has sent me, and here we've got, you probably can't see it, can you? You can't see it. It's heartbreaking. Is it going to adjust? So we got a policy ID here, right? I don't know if you can see that. That looks super blurry from where I am, but we got a policy ID, right? And it ends in D77, and then in the next image, well, the one from last night, the SundaeSwap token ID ends in 145. 145. Again, you won't be able to see it. I'm gutted. I can't show you. That's insane. Right, tweet that out. Literally, tweet that out. Definitely because of token ID. Token ID is a big issue. So wait, let's see if we can see that here, right? So let's go home. If we go here and we go swap, we're going to swap ADA. We're just going to put 1. We're going to put 10. Sundae. So right now, Sundae says 4D77. Can you see that? No, it doesn't. It doesn't show there. Okay. So yesterday we have an image of my transaction. Let's just go see. This doesn't. The thing is, right, this doesn't show the SundaeSwap. It just says swap request, which is really annoying, because then it doesn't show you the ADA. The policy ID, right? It literally doesn't show you. Metadata tells you nothing. That's just the message. Okay. Right, we need to have a look into this, guys, because that is worrying that the ID changes. Maybe there's a reasonable explanation for it. We're going to go... I'm just going to search Sundae in here. What's going on over here? Still nothing. Still nothing. But anyway, some people were talking about cancelling. You have pending swaps. You just need to wait, or do you need to reach out to someone? It's up to you. You can wait. Just arrived right now. No way. Ricardo, mate, congratulations. Let us know what happened. Maybe it was only a bad idea to only have 30 scoopers. Yeah, so Sean, they were talking about having more, right? They initially they had 40, right? And when we did the ISO, I don't know how, but I got I know a couple of people who kind of helped me out with getting votes, basically. But I was 43rd. Yeah, so little old Rhys, right, with his tiny little STOIC Pool, almost got in on the waiting list. But they should have more than 30 scoopers. Like, they just should. But the thing is that the issue, right? Because it's not just processing transactions, it's actually submitting the transactions as well. And that, so it's like, it's hard to tell what the job these guys do, right? Help me get my Sundae. Transactions up to 1 day. Yeah, so you could be waiting. Like, I haven't, this transaction I did 6 minutes past 10 last night, gone through, but I don't see my Sundae tokens. Do you know where I can see them? So if you've got them through, if your order is down here, on-chain orders history, and you've got your transaction, then the tokens should show up in your wallet. So it should be CC, it should be NAMI. You should be able to look in like your tokens section. Let me actually just whip that up, right? So here, go on tokens. And here, look, you can see, I should really just hide these things, right? But you can see I've got my Rhys ADA handle, I've got Daniela, which is my missus, and then I've got some world mobile tokens. Like, it should just show up in your tokens section of your wallet. All right, so that should be there. If you have any issues, let us know. Let us know about it, because they should be there. Tribe with the wallet, NAMI, and CC. That's like, I don't really know what to say about that all back. Like, I just hope it turns up for you or it works out. Crypto Carnage is a waiting game, is it, for the tokens to come in? That's crazy. Sent you 2 screenshots of your email. Yeah, I saw them. We should tweet them out and find out about it, right? We can't see the transaction go through. You should be able to see. So what happens, right, is here, on-chain orders, this has been taken out of your wallet and it's sitting in limbo. This order, this cancelled swap, I've had those tokens returned to me. They're now in my wallet. Yeah, this liquidity thing that I did this yesterday. I haven't edited the video because I got distracted and did this. So I need to edit that video of providing liquidity. But I withdrew it. I withdrew it at 11:45 last night, and it processed at 9:30. It came back into my wallet. So I've just showed you I've got the world mobile tokens. Those things are there now. I've got this ADA back. I used it here for this transaction. So I've had it back. Found it. You found it. All back. Well done, mate. Yeah, Alpham, I saw that. So thank you for sending that through. Are you holding your on-chain order till the price drops? That's what I'm hoping for, yeah. That's exactly... Sibba 1K, that's what I'm hoping for. Mine took 10 hours. Mate, I'm just glad you got it. What slippage did you use? I used 30. Jarek, I just used 30 with this one. So I used 30% with this one that I did an hour and 10 minutes ago. Or was it an hour and 10, hour and 20, hour and 10 minutes ago? And currently it was like 51. So I'm within that range at the minute. Right, 30% of 51. That 30% slippage. So if we go 51, 100, then times 130. So I've got up to 0.66 ADA for my transaction should go through, up to 0.66 ADA, right? That 2000, the second transaction at 2000 ADA, which I have in here. This first one was from last night at 0.129. So I'm hoping that in a couple of days, everyone gets bored of SundaeSwap and that thing comes right down, yeah? Because right now it's super exciting for everyone. And so that's what we're looking at, right? So 10 hours, what slippage did you use? The problem with this slippage, right, is I didn't change it. So it's at 1.25% slippage. 15 hours in, yeah, mate, I know. The thing is, if you did yours right at the start and you put 30% slippage, your 30% is gone. That 30% slippage is way past. Yeah, that margin is gone because like this, I did 15 hours ago. In it, 15 hours or even longer now, almost 16 hours ago. And this was 19 ADA. Right now it's 0.52. Yeah, so that's 2.5 times what I was going to buy at initially. So there is no way that a 30% slippage on this would get filled. Not anytime soon. Didn't go through. What it means. What does it mean, Simone? It means that the transaction for your order is confirmed. It doesn't mean that it's going through yet. Okay, it's going to sit in limbo. It's going to keep getting confirmed, you know, but it's not being processed. So like the transaction itself isn't going through. It's being held in a contract until it can be filled. That's how the orders work. Yeah, it's held as an order Is it all transactions that are slow or just SundaeSwap? It's a lot of it is SundaeSwap, so you can send normal transactions through. Jarek, that's okay. Like, it's really frustrating for me as well, guys. Like, understand this, right? I don't work for Sundae or nothing, so like, I'm just trying to buy some treats too, and that's why I'm sat here, because I'm trying to see if this 10 ADA has a 90% slippage, right? And this has a 30% slippage, and they were an hour or half hour, 40 minutes apart, right? So this 10 ADA should go through after this 2000 ADA, right? Provided the price is matched. But I'm just trying to see what happens with that. This is just a test to see if we actually get it. I don't mind. Okay, I'd still be kind of annoyed if I paid 1 for 1. Hopefully I don't need to. Feel bad for the people who tried to swap when Sunday was 11 cents and it's 5x'd already. Like, I'm one of those people, Alan, right? I'm one of those people. My first transaction in the live stream, right? I was going to get, I think it was 2,000 and I would have got 10,000 SundaeSwap. And then they kept failing and they kept like getting destroyed, basically. They just disappear into the ether, and so they wouldn't get placed on order. And when I managed to finally get one through, it was 0.19, so it already doubled, right? It sucks. Like, but again, guys, this is how DeFi works, right? So this isn't SundaeSwap's fault that this is happening. You know, this is limitations of transactions and blocks. It's limitations on how many things can be processed and the price action that happens within these things, right? Like any change here and what slippage people have given. And I'm just assuming this is the going price. Like, this is why it's here, right? Because it's for the comparison of their liquidity pool. So you'd think this was a reasonably accurate price for what's being processed. So that's kind of what I'm going by for that reason. Just found your stream. Answering a lot of questions. Currently been waiting 12 hours for my Sunday. Should you cancel? Like, it's up to you, Toby. I have an order. I'm not cancelling it. I got 2,080 here. I'm not cancelling it. This is at 0.19, which is what I was saying to the other guys here. But I'm not giving up on that. I'm fingers crossed that's going to happen. Not to make you feel bad. Oh, okay. So for 2,008, it was 17,000. Dan, why would you say that, mate? Why would you say that? Right, guys, I'm upset now. So last night on the stream, Dan's just clarified it was 17,200 SundaeSwap for 2,000 ADA. Like, so right now I'm waiting on 8,000 in this. I'm waiting for 8,000 in this transaction. I'll leave it going, thanks. Yeah, cool. Like, what I'm expecting, Toby, right, is for everything to kind of settle down over the next couple of days. That's what normally happens. I'm so sorry, Dan. It's okay, mate. It's okay. I'll let you off this time. All right. It seems harsh to hold it against you, right? It was my fault. I should have put the transaction through the back end like that other geezer did, right? Right, we got a message retracted up here by Ivisva. Sorry, I've completely mispronounced your name. So I'm hoping, right, that's because your SundaeSwap tokens have turned up or your refunds worked. Maybe if everyone put in the liquidity transaction, it would start to go through. Yeah, the thing is, right, though, how can you add to the liquidity pool? How can you add to the liquidity pool if you don't have the SundaeSwap? If you don't have the Sundae tokens, because you've got to put an amount in, and that's how liquidities work. It works in pairs, right? Because you're creating a pool of liquidity of two assets, not a single asset. Do you know the process for claiming the SundaeSwap tokens from the ISO? No, I don't. I'm not sure if it's just going to be a straight airdrop or like it's going to be done distributed with what's it called, like regular staking rewards. So like the staking DAO that I'm building, or that me and a couple of other guys are building, we're going to have those rewards distributed in matching the ADA rewards that you get. So like, I know that can be done, but does that mean that's what's being done with this? No. Like, you might have to go and you might have to register, you might have to get it through drip drops. I literally have no idea. I have no idea. I don't even. They might well have released information on that, but I haven't seen, because I don't have time to keep up with a lot of these things. So I'm just testing things so that I can find out what's going on. Maybe a bit liquidity. Yeah. So you know what, actually, John, that's probably quite right. So if you guys get Sundae right now, you should probably put it in the liquidity pool, right? I mean, you're still at the risk of incredibly high volatility. But right now, you've got 17 million total Sundae tokens locked in there, and you've got 9 million ADA, right? So if you're supplying that to that liquidity, then there should be something in it for you, right? And it should help orders process. And you'll end up with more ADA for it rather than more SundaeSwap tokens. And that's okay, because you'll still be getting the gains in that side of the spectrum, which is kind of how liquidity pools work, right? So your total value locked stays the same, and it's balanced between two assets. Do you know the process of claiming somebody swaps? No, yeah, that's what I meant. Okay, cool. Right, so we've caught up with the chat. All right, guys. It will help everyone else waiting for the Sunday. Hopefully it will, you know, because like I almost cancelled this earlier, and then I started talking to Mateo, who was up here earlier in the chat, and he was like, it's gonna settle, and he was right, you know. You can buy more Sunday with your ADA, absolutely. I wanted to test this for the slippage because I'm still expecting this to kind of keep going up for a little bit. You know, it has slowed down a lot since last night, but that's because a lot of transactions are failing right now, or being held. I say failing. Failing's the wrong word, but like you look at this one, this transaction could have gone in, right? This could have gone in by now because it was 12 and a half hour, 12 and a half. It was like 15, 16 hours ago. So like this could have gone in. A bit off subject, but did you get NFTs from the Cardano summit? No, I didn't, because I was at the London summit, so I didn't get to play around in the place. OpenCC Vault, this is a horrible wallet. Yes, it is. So I was chatting with the dev, one of the devs working on the project earlier, and CC Vault is not a pretty wallet. Okay, for those who don't know, I'm gonna show you. It does not look nice, right? It is disgusting, actually. It looks like a terrible user interface. And listen, all the information's there. It just make it pretty, right? But yeah, anyway, it does not look nice. But hopefully it'll work for you. But yeah, I was at the Cardano summit, so I didn't get the NFTs because I didn't bring like a laptop with me. I just went and chatted with a bunch of people. What's the best way to learn to code on ADA? Any pointers? Yeah, so there's a couple of things actually, right? You don't need to learn Haskell if you want, because a lot of people are building solutions to allow you to code in different languages and convert it or have some kind of bridge to work with other programming languages. I'm learning Haskell. I've been learning Haskell for a while. If you want to learn Haskell, which might be the easiest way to get involved now, because a lot of stuff is in Haskell or Rust, right? So you can learn Haskell. If you're going to learn Haskell, you can get a book. It's called, or you can go to a website called Learn You a Haskell, right? Learn You a Haskell. Let's just Google it. Learn You a Haskell for great good. This is it. This website is working now. It wasn't just a couple of days ago. It was down for whatever reason. Read it online for free. You can buy the book. I've got the book. I just bought it. Well, actually, I've got it as a PDF. So I didn't actually buy it. That was a misleading statement, guys. I apologize for that. But yeah. So there you go. You can buy it. You can look at it online. Wait, is it working? Yes. Here we go. Now, sometimes this isn't working. Okay, sometimes this page isn't working, but this teaches you about it. I should really zoom in so you can see what's going on. All right, but this is like an infamous place to go and learn Haskell. You can go to Haskell or something. It's called like haskell.org, and you can go and learn about Haskell there. Now, that's not the only option. If this isn't around, you can go to GitHub. Learn You a Haskell. And the book is published on GitHub. Look, bam, there you go. Learn You a Haskell for great good. It's the book, but it's on GitHub. And you can go to all the things, right? It's in English. These are all the chapters of the book. So you can learn Haskell going through here. If you're familiar with GitHub, I'd recommend it. So yeah, like that would be the way I'd recommend. You can also go and check YouTube videos and stuff like that. And then take part in the Plutus Pioneers course, right? You don't need to be technically on Plutus Pioneers to learn about Plutus smart contracts. So you can go here. You can go what is it? Input. Output, right? Bam. No, not learn you a Haskell. What have I done? Okay, I've just got it here, right? So I'm going to find it for you. We're just going to go, bam. Where is it? Input, output, Plutus Pioneers program. Okay, so you can just follow along with the course by just checking out their GitHub repo. So if you know how to use GitHub, if you are familiar with Linux and the command line interface, then you can basically just clone this. You can clone the Plutus apps repository, which is the other one that you're using for it, which is not Plutus there, it's Plutus apps. Here, this one. And you can go through this documentation, you can go through the other one. You need to be familiar, if you're going to do this, you need to be familiar with Nix, and you need to have Nix installed on your computer in some way. So for example, I'm using VS Code. Alright, so I've got it here. This is just some random Haskell thing. We've got this is the IOHK stuff, but we go file here and we can SSH. So for my thing, I can SSH into current window. So you can't see this, I don't think. I'm going to OBS, and I'm going to show you. So you can go, dun 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 dun, here. This is Visual Studio Code, yeah? So this is what I'm using. And what I've done is I've just SSH'd, which is secure shell, into my virtual machine, which is currently living by here. This is my virtual machine, and this is what I'm using for programming in Plutus right now. You can see this SSH button. I've done a video on this, so you can see how to actually do it. I'm not going to go into super detail now, but like that's how you can take part without actually technically being on the course, and you can get involved with the Plutus Pioneers. You can get involved with Plutus programming and building smart contracts on Cardano. All right, so hopefully that answers your question. I'm going to flip back over here now. Sorry to ask you to repeat yourself. You previously explained this, but can you explain how slippage works? Yeah, it's basically a tolerance. So it's like a tolerance for a payment. So if you say you've got 10% slippage, you're agreeing to pay up to 10% more for your assets, basically. So if the price appreciates by 10%, like it increases by 10% before or within the time your order's filled, you'll still pay for that transaction. So you set that tolerance to whatever you think is acceptable, right? And that's up to you. Was meant to be at the summit in London, had to self-isolate. Dan, that's heartbreaking. You could have met Danny. But yeah, you missed out on that. I apologize. She's all right. She's just working at the minute. She has a real day job, right? I'm a personal trainer, so that's what I do. I teach people like handstands and stuff. But yeah, basically, Sean, the best way to learn is to practice. The thing about learning to program, right, is I'm learning to program in my 30s. Like, I've done a bit of HTML and stuff like that. But the truth is, like, say I was learning Spanish, or I am learning Spanish, I can imagine what Spanish is going to be used for, yeah? You can imagine what you would use a normal language to use for. Like, I'd use it to order a beer, I'd use it to order dinner, I'd use it to buy something at the shop, or tell someone to get out my way, I'm trying to get on the bus, yeah? Or something like that. Whereas, with a programming language, you're learning how to make things, but you're not learning what things are, right? So it's hard to imagine what you're going to use it for, like how you're going to apply the programming language, unless you come at it from a specific direction, you know? And a lot of people who already do programming say don't start with Haskell, start with something like Python, because it's quite an easy one to start learning. But then you get from the other side of the spectrum, people are like, oh yeah, if you're going to learn something, it's going to be difficult anyway. Yes, it is a scripting language. Yeah, and yeah, it's supposed to be nice to learn for beginners. I know very little Python, right? I know very little anything, to be honest with you, but I know a bit of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript just from being involved with web development in the past, so I can like do little bits with that. But I've never got too crazy with Python. Python is a very common one, though. You can learn it online, just like on YouTube, or you can do, like, it's used a lot with, because it's used for scripting. Which scripts are like mini programs, right, guys? So, excuse me, sorry. Because it's used for scripting, a lot of hackers, it's like quite popular to make little hacking programs. So you can go on things like Hack the Box, or what's the other one? There's another one that I've completely slipped my mind, but you can also use to learn programming. They often have courses. It's really worth learning. But make sure you learn how to interact with a computer through the command line interface, the CLI, first, because if you can't navigate between folders and stuff in the back end of your computer or in like a VM or something like that on Linux, then it'll be very, very difficult. It's great for automated processes. Yeah, definitely. Like, I agree with that. I know a lot of people use stuff like use Python to make little scripts to do things for them. And if you're familiar with that kind of stuff on computers, like just dealing with computers in general makes it so much easier, right? Like just knowing that you can mess around with stuff. So you do something with puzzle pieces. Wait, what? I missed what that was. Sorry, Sean. Oh, yeah, so, yeah, okay, yeah, I know what the puzzle piece is in. You're talking about the Blockly thing. No. So I did a different video recently because I'm doing the Plutus Pioneers program. So I'm just going to show you this, right? You go on YouTube. You search for your mate Rhys. Just search STOIC. Or just go here. Because then you'll see the thing. You can go, where is it? Plutus Pioneers Week 1, right? The setup for virtual machines and Visual Studio Code. And that is like the start of the Plutus Pioneers thing. You can't see because it's hiding behind my face. What an idiot. But here it is, right? Oh, no way, an error occurred. This is it. Plutus Pioneers week 1, setting up your virtual machine, Visual Studio Code. This explains how to connect to your VM and get set up for the Plutus Pioneers program, have Git, have Nix running, and how to set up like the Plutus Playground locally so you can basically run and test your own smart contracts. All right, so just check that out in your own time. And if you have any problems or if you want to get involved in this kind of thing, reach out to me on Twitter. Yeah, it's at STOIC Pool. Just shoot me a message and say, it's Sean from the live stream. It doesn't matter that you're almost 50, right? You only grow old because you stop playing. You can learn. You can do all kinds of crazy stuff. Trust me. The oldest guy I taught to handstand was 65. He was a postman. He'd never done anything like it before. Granted, I was teaching him at a pole studio, so he had like the incentive of all the young girls around to impress, right? All the pole girls in like their early and mid 20s. So I think that was probably a bit of an incentive for him to be brave. But I mean, good on him. He put the work in. He could do a handstand in 3 months at 65. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Don't let 50 be the barrier, right? I mean, you're obviously not if you're already thinking about it. I tried to stake. I can't see my Sundae coins in Nami. Can you help out? Were you staking your Sundae coins? Hopefully not. Can't seem to add coins. I've never used Nami. All right, but so I can't really help specifically with Nami. But you can't see your Sundae coins in Nami, then it's probably because you don't. Maybe you have to insert the policy ID. You know, like how you do with MetaMask, right? You have to insert, like you have to like add a token to reveal it. Maybe there's something like that. What you can also try and do is try and restore your Nami wallet in a different wallet, right? You're not, just because you have Nami wallet doesn't mean you're limited to using Nami. So you can try it somewhere else. Already done the swap. Okay, so Anthony, right? Tell us what you did to get the swap in. Yeah, because that's super interesting. Sean, cool. I'm glad that's what you wanted, mate. I'm glad I can help you out with that. Feel free to reach out to me if you want to know more about it. I'm in touch with a lot of people who are already Plutus devs. So I can, if you just have like questions, like particularly technical questions, or if I can't help you with something, I can at least ask someone else or point you in the right direction. Thought you had to have both coins in your wallet to make LP. Yes, you do. Okay, right. So you were saying staking. You meant add to a liquidity pool, right? So we just got confused on terms there because staking to me is like staking to a stake pool, right? So sorry for that. Yeah. So you need to have both coins to provide liquidity. If you have both coins, you go here and you click provide liquidity. It's right there. Bam. Yeah. Can you see that all right? Yeah, sorry, just YouTube's on a bit of a delay. So, and then you'll go, I've got Ada and World Mobile, so I'll go here, and I can only do World Mobile, but you'll have Sundae there. And then you pick the amount, or you put in your Ada, or for me, because I've got more more World Mobile, I'd probably put Ada as my max, and then it would show me this is the maximum amount of World Mobile you can put in. Before I had more Ada, so I could do all the World Mobile, but now it's all locked up, waiting to be transacted, right? Does that make sense? And then you just go provide liquidity, you pick the fee, but realistically, right, here you've got 1.9%, here you'd have 0.13%, he'd have 4%. I don't know exactly the mechanics of this, right? Because I've only done liquidity provision like 2 times in my life. I don't really understand the mechanics too much. But from my opinion, I'd be better off going in the smaller pool. Like where the bigger pool, where I have the smaller percentage. Because if I was going to balance stuff across all these pools, I would think it would be more likely they're going to balance this one with a bigger like liquidity, then they would go to this one where you'd have 4.5% of the stake, right? It just doesn't make sense that they'd do that. Anyway, I hope that clears it up, or gives you a little bit of information. So where are we at? Cool, so I swapped like half my ADA. Mate, well done. Yeah. Do you have an order that has been executed? No, I don't. I've only got a cancelled order and some liquidity ones. I'm trying to find out from other people. When do you think they will accrue our Sundae? So I don't know exactly what you mean by that. So if you want to explain, then I'm quite happy to consider the options with you. What else? It doesn't show exactly how much Sundae. It says the order is executed. It's like your video, you're stuck at that point. Yeah, okay, yeah. So you're around here somewhere, right? Anthony, you're just stuck in this on-chain open orders, in which case you don't have your Sundae yet. So I'm waiting. I've got this one that I did last night at 10:05. I got this one that I did an hour and a half ago. And I've got this one that I did just over an hour ago, just under an hour ago, which has 90% slippage, just to see. This has 30% slippage, this middle one, which I did earlier today, because I realized the importance of slippage, which I didn't know last night when I did this one. But I'm not cancelling this one, Anthony, because I don't know how long you've been here, so I don't know if I explained this while you were here before, but I'm not cancelling this because I'm kind of hoping and expecting the price to drop down a little bit. So it is taking ages, yeah. Up here it says processing orders from 10 hours ago. All right. So yeah, we're waiting a while for this stuff. But yeah. So with this 2000, this middle one, I've got 30% slippage, yeah. So it's trying to buy at 0.51 ADA. We're currently at 0.53. But this transaction here, this 2000 ADA, should go through as long as when it comes its turn in the queue, the price of SundaeSwap is less than or up to 0.66. 5 hours and counting for me. Yeah, well, hopefully it comes soon, mate. Meeting you there, then mine's 9 hours. Yeah. I mean, this one's quite a while as well. You can't see that because right, so guys, I apologize, right? Because I'm not used to doing live streams where I'm showing something on a computer, or even live streams at all, right? Usually I just do videos where it's just me chatting with you guys by here. When I do live streams, I live in this bottom right corner, and when I'm talking to you and things are by here, you can't see what I'm pointing at, right? You just see the cancel button by here, and that's the top of the screen. So sorry about that. I've got to remember to scroll. But mine, this transaction here, this went through at 10 or 6 minutes past 10 last night, which was 16 hours ago at this point. 16 hours. But this is at 0.19 ADA. Worrying about the ID change can't cancel one from 8 hours ago. So let's just hope for the best. I'm in the same boat as you because that's what this one's on. So I'm hoping they haven't screwed us all, right? Please haven't taken my money, right? Or just, you'd think, right, if that was the case, then we just get empty tokens. But like, how would they get away with that? Because they're such in the public eye that it's difficult to kind of get away with that, I hope. Right, what's going on over here? There's no real news. This is the really annoying thing, right? Is that we're waiting for these things to go, but no one's really able to help us out with this. And this is the frustrating thing about using DEXs, because like there's no support. You can't reach out to anyone. You're having these problems. At the minute you can only post a message every hour. So if you post a message in their Discord, no, you can't post again for an hour. So if you ask something and someone asks for clarification, if someone gets back to you, then that's it. You got to wait an hour till you can respond. So like people are just asking questions or like saying hi in their Discord, and they'll never be able to get back to them. Dun 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 dun. Sorry. So, well, I'm working on a project right now, and one of the guys is waiting to register the tokens, and I need to like squeeze the logo a little bit because it's too big. The file size is too big. And he messaged me ages ago because I've been on the live stream. I didn't see it. Oh man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that if he's watching. So, while orders include swapping, providing liquidity and withdrawing may take hours and days to process at first, it's important to know that everybody's orders will be processed fairly and in the order they received and executable. So, Dave, you're right there, right? But the important thing is and executable, okay? So what that means is that you give it enough tolerance to be able to execute. Because if the price moves and you're... So before I saw that and thought, oh, we're cool. They're going to honor our orders because they know that the thing's congested and it's going to be crazy. But actually, that's not the case. So it's just going to stay as a limit order, which for people who are getting it early is not always good news because you go in at a low price. And if you don't set enough tolerance, like for this example, I would need to have set 250% tolerance to be able to get that transaction to go through. Or something like 200% tolerance, right? Because I would need enough time for the price to go up enough, but by the time the transaction's actually ready to process, I need to have enough tolerance to make sure that I can get that price that I set at. So this transaction at 0.198 is not going to go through unless this price here comes back down to 0.19. Look, it's 0.53 right now. So there's not going to be happening anytime soon, which means this order here is not going through. I'm not deleting it, all right? I'm holding on to it because I'm expecting, fingers crossed, that the price comes back down in the next couple of days or weeks even, and then that order will fill. But until then, that order is going to be sitting in limbo. And at some point, I'm going to have to make the decision whether I'd prefer just to have my 2,000 ADA, right? Because at the minute, that 2,000 ADA is not in my wallet. Like, that's not there. I'm not going to get any staking rewards for that. I'm not going to get any benefit from having this ADA. It's just locked up. And that is kind of dangerous in its own right. You know, there's a risk associated with that. But would you want it to go through at the price you didn't agree to? No, I wouldn't. Of course not, right? And so I understand that, right? And I'm not saying that what they're doing is wrong. Like, I'm not suggesting that at all. That's the idea of setting your slippage so that you set your tolerance, which is not up to them to choose. So that's cool. I'll subscribe. Anthony, thanks, mate. If you need any help with anything, mate, just reach out to me on Twitter. Yeah, it's at STOIC Pool. Just tag me in or shoot me a DM and say you're Anthony. Yeah, and I'll help you out with anything you need. All right. So feel free to do that. But yeah, Dave. So it's not that I expect it to go through if the price goes up. What I mean is they're not going to honor the price, knowing that the blockchain is congested like crazy and everyone's struggling to get their orders through. They're not honoring the price that you attempted to buy at, which is fine. You know, it's not their prerogative. They don't need to do that. Sorry, it's their prerogative. It's not their prerogative. They're entitled to do that, right? They don't have to honor it. But what they were saying before is where it was like that, they were suggesting that it would be all right. From the UK, living in Oz, so off to bed. All right, mate. Well, have a good night, Anthony. Yeah, we'll catch up with you soon, mate. Look, if you're ever back in the UK, hit me up. Yeah, come down London and we'll go grab a beer or something. Would you want to go through? No. I wouldn't. If I had put this order through and then I woke up in the morning and I paid more than double what I was expecting for hardly any tokens, I'd be livid. How confirmations of your swap for 2K ADAs? Mine had 3,126. That's basically every stake pool. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't say how much there. I don't think this gives you the information. Look, 3,122 confirmations. So, yeah, I've had a handful as well. Like, that doesn't matter, right? That just means that they've confirmed that the transaction is happening, right? The swap request. This is the transaction they're referring to, not that the swap has been executed. Right now, it's in a swap request contract. Like, that's how you need to imagine it. It's like locked up. Oh, you got your Duolingo done. Nicely done, mate. That's 501 days, right? It was 500 odd days, wasn't it? You legend. What language are you learning? How confirmations do get data 3,126. Yeah, so you're a couple of little slots ahead of me, Wesley. So hopefully yours goes through. You want your Sundays to sell as well. Yeah, me too. So that's what I was hoping for, right? I was hoping to get it and then sell it now and just make an easy bit of money, like. But I don't think that's going to be happening anytime soon for us, to be honest. But yeah, so guys, like, it's really frustrating, yeah, but these aren't happening, right? They're not happening anytime soon. We're still waiting on 11 hours ago. If anyone, right, in this call has had a transaction go through from less than 11 hours ago, like maybe 5 hours ago or 3 hours ago, let me know, because it'd be really interesting to know if you guys have actually managed to get a swap through and what settings, like what parameters you set it at, because obviously you have to kind of wait your turn, but also set the parameters right so that you get it when your time comes, right? So anything like that, let me know. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to give it a rest very soon. Oh, Japanese! Oh my god! So right, so imagine, right, learning English speakers, right? Imagine learning another Latin-based language like Spanish or French or Italian is difficult enough. Imagine learning another Germanic language like Welsh or Gaelic or German, obviously, or something like that. You know, that would be complicated enough. Then imagine learning, okay, step it up a gear, right? And the next more difficult is probably like Cyrillic. Yeah, so maybe you're learning Russian or Bulgarian or, you know, Ukrainian. They use Cyrillic, don't they, in Ukraine? I should really know that, I guess. And then imagine learning something that's based on Oracle Bone Script. Oh, yeah, Polish, right? At least they have similar, like, looking letters, right? Sebastian, thank you for that, right? And then imagine trying learning Japanese or like Mandarin or Korean or something where everything is just completely different looking. You might as well be learning Braille at this point, but Braille in a different language, like trying to learn Spanish in Braille instead of in English, like, or in letters like you're expecting it, right? It's just a whole other level of complicated. So good on you, Dave, mate. I wish you all the best with your Duolingo. I learned a little bit of Japanese once. Most Brits struggle with English, yeah. We definitely do. Tired of the in-laws talking about me. How do you know, right? How do you know what they're saying? So most Brits do struggle to learn English. Did I get my SundaeSwap? Tyrese, I have not got my SundaeSwap, mate. I have not got anything. I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting. I've put multiple orders through with different levels of spillage, as Danny said last night. Try and figure out what kind of tolerance we need to be put in the hopes of getting something through, and just to see if something would go through because it had a higher slippage. Because it was worth testing that, right? Like one of the other guys in the chat earlier said. So it was worth giving it a try. But yeah, I haven't had anything through, mate. Have you? Did you manage to get some through? Because it'd be cool to hear if you did, what parameters you set. We had Safe, who got it last night, or who put an order in last night. He was in the chat last night. He put 80% swap, and he got his early hours of the morning. Yeah, I know. Sorry, mate. It does suck. All right. It definitely sucks. Listen, guys, I'm going to have to call it a day, though, very soon, because I've literally kicked Danny out of the office by doing a live stream, and I feel kind of bad for it, you know, and we're not really getting anywhere with this, which is incredibly... Don't check, Tyrese, that if you've got it, then you got it, yeah? So you're going to have it tomorrow anyway, right? So don't even bother checking right now. Just forget about it. Leave your computer. You don't need to be sat like me waiting and waiting and waiting. All right? It's too stressful. It's just unnecessary pressure that you're putting on yourself and on SundaeSwap at this point, realistically, right? Unless you want to cancel it, obviously. But yeah, literally, guys, I'm going to call it here, all right? 12% slip. Hopefully that goes through, you know. But from what I've seen, it's quite low, right? Price has moved a lot, so just be careful with that. Right, I'm going to just wrap it up. All right, guys. This is my first order that I put through, that we got through last night. There's 1.25% slippage on it. It was at 1.9. All right, this is one I put 2 hours ago at this point. 2,000 ADA for 0.51. You got yours early this morning with 12% also. Well done, mate. Well done. 12% slippage. So that might be the magic number, right? Where the fluctuation stopped. Good luck, everyone. It's new. It'll come. It definitely will. I'm not canceling my low ball order here. This one is at 30% slippage. So I go up to 0.66 ADA. and then it won't fill. This one I've just done for 10 ADA at 90% slippage, just to see what it goes through at and if it goes through faster. All right, guys, so that's an update on what I'm doing. I cancelled this one because I forgot to put slippage on. I withdrew my liquidity. I tried it at 12:15 last night. It came through at 9:30 this morning. All right, guys, so that's what's going on. That's what's going on with Sundae right now. Okay, there was a little controversy in the chat earlier. All right, one of my new friends messaged me and saying that the token ID seems to have changed based on what it shows now and what was on my live stream last night. I don't know if that's the case, but that's what I've been told. So what I want you guys to do, if you can, is check. If you can check. Oh, it doesn't have the policy ID. I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna post this on Twitter and see what anyone else says, if anyone else has found the same thing. All right, guys. But otherwise, enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much for coming in, asking questions, and just kind of getting involved with the chat. Really nice to see all of you and anyone who was here last night. If you ever want to reach out to me for anything, whether it's learning Plutus or something like that, or just building on Cardano in any way, or whatever, you know, if you just want to reach out and have a chat, reach out to me at STOIC Pool. Okay, you can subscribe to this channel, check out some of my other videos. You can delegate to the stake pool. I've got a water-cooled, solar-powered Raspberry Pi stake pool. That's what I run. That's what it operates on. You can check out that. I did a whole build video where I made a massive leak in the water cooling system. So you can check that out if you want as well. All right, guys. Otherwise, I'll catch up with you very, very soon. Let us know when your orders go through, because it'll be interesting to see what happens and if you beat me, because then I'll be coming to find you. All right. Have a good one. I'll catch up with you soon, guys. See you then.